Google, turn on the computer.
Sure, turning the computer on.
Yes, it's as simple as that. You can turn on your computer using a Wi-Fi IR Universal Smart Remote Controller. With this handy device, you can power on your computer from anywhere as long as you have internet access. Let's find out what you need and how to set it up so you can wirelessly turn on your computer from anywhere. Ready to get started? First things first, you need Wi-Fi. Why? Well, this smart infrared controller can only be controlled via a Wi-Fi network. Second, your computer needs to have a CIR, consumer infrared, feature. You can check if your computer has this feature in the BIOS. For example, on an Intel NUC like the one I'm using, you can access the BIOS by pressing the F2 function key on your keyboard. In the BIOS, head over to the Advanced tab, then click on Onboard Devices. You should see an option called Enhanced Consumer IR, which you'll need to enable. Once you've done that, you'll see a new option appear called CIR Remote Control Type. There, you'll be presented with 3 remote control types that can be used to turn on your computer. The first option is a generic remote like a TV remote, AC remote, set-top box remote, or any other multimedia remote. The other 2 options are the RC6 remote for cameras and the Xbox remote. But for our purposes, we'll be using the generic remote as it's the most common and widely available. Once you've activated the CIR remote control type in the Onboard Devices section, we'll move on to the Power tab. There, click on the secondary power settings option. You should see an option called Wake from S3 via CIR, which you'll need to enable. Also, enable Wake from S4 and S5 via CIR to allow the computer to be turned on from the off or suspended state. Once that's done, save and exit the BIOS by pressing the F10 key on your keyboard, and you're good to go. Let's try turning on this computer using a universal remote or a TV remote. Unfortunately, I don't have a TV remote, but I do have a Redmi phone with an infrared blaster feature, so I'll use that as an example. If you have a working TV remote, you can skip this part of the tutorial. Next, we'll launch the Mi Remote app on the smartphone. Touch the Add Remote button, then we need to aim the phone at the computer because it uses infrared, so make sure there are no obstructions blocking the signal. This means the direction has to be accurate. However, once you're using the smart infrared device, you can point it in any direction as it supports 360-degree shooting. Okay, here we'll select the TV remote option in the app. I'll be using a Samsung TV remote as an example. On the screen, you'll see a prompt asking, "Is TV on?" Select the off option because, of course, the computer needs to be off. After the power button appears, you can start testing each button one by one. In my case, it took the 8th attempt before the computer was turned on. As you can see, the light is now blinking, indicating that the computer is alive. I'll tap Yes to confirm that the TV remote worked. You can give the remote any name you like, but for this example, I'll simply name it Computer. To finish the setup, I'll press the Pair button. Next, we'll move to the next phase, duplicating the TV remote to the smart infrared device. The first step is to install the smartphone app that's compatible with your smart infrared device. In my case, I'm using the Bardi Smart Home device, so I'll need to install the Bardi Smart Home app. Typically, you'll need to sign up with your email or log in with an existing account. Next, plug the Bardi Smart Home device into a power bank or the included charger. Next, press and hold the reset button on the smart infrared device, usually located at the bottom, until the blue indicator light starts blinking rapidly. It should look something like this. Now open the Smart Home app on your smartphone. Select Add Device. I'll be looking under the Home and Living section. Here, I'm using the Universal IR Remote 10M. Enter your home's Wi-Fi network name and password, then hit Next. Confirm that the indicator light is blinking by pressing Confirm. I'll choose Blink Quickly. Wait until the connection process is finished. There we go, the smart infrared device has been detected and connected. Done. The process of connecting the smart infrared device to the app is complete. After that, click Add Remote to add the remote control. Choose any TV remote. You can basically select any remote because we'll only need to copy the power button, so I'll just select this Skyworth TV remote. Press Select this one. Tap the Edit menu. Choose Copy button. Press and hold the power button for a few seconds until an option like this appears. On the TV remote, press and hold the power button while aiming it at your computer's CPU. In my case, I'll open the Mi Remote app, select Remote Computer, then tap the power button. Point your phone at the computer. The power button will then be emitted like this. Sometimes the copying process may not work on the first try. If this happens, repeat the process until your computer turns on. If you've successfully copied the power button signal, name the computer remote on the Smart Infrared app. Give it any name that's easy to remember and pronounce. You could call it computer, for example. Finish by pressing the OK button. On the app I'm using, the name of the remote can be changed by pressing the Rename button, marked by the pencil icon located right next to the name of the remote. At this point, your computer can already be turned on manually by pressing the power button on the Smart Home app. Just look at this. Next, I'll show you how to connect the Smart Home app to Google Assistant so you can turn on the computer using voice commands. First, install Google Assistant from the Play Store. Tap and hold the Assistant icon until a settings option appears, then tap the settings button. Tap Google and Voice Match, and then activate voice commands here. Press the back button, scroll down a bit and look for Home Control. Tap the search button and type the name of the Smart Home app you want to connect. If it appears, just select the Smart Home app. Continue. Tap the Agree and Link button. This process only takes a few seconds. As you can see here, all the devices in the Smart Home app are now detected. The process is now complete. You can now turn on your computer using voice commands. Let me give you an example. Google, turn on the computer. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.
Okay, turning on the computer.